Hello, this is from Kodambakkam Undiluted. The latest problem, or rather the fight that is troubling the Kodambakkam is the fight between the active producers and the Tamil Film Producers Council. The Tamil Film Producers have got 1,300 members, and 40 out of them have decided to form a body called Active Producers Association, which is likely to be headed by Bhadi Raja, with the secretary as T. Shiva and treasurer as Satyajyoti Tyagarajan, who is currently making a film with Ajith. When he was making a film with Ajith, he is a very big producer, and they have 40 members. According to their own admission, they have 40 members. These 40 members are people who are actively involved. They are making movies with very big stars, ranging from Ajith, Vijay to many people, Vikram, Suriya, you name it, they have all the big stars behind them. They are all making films with them, and they also have many other projects lined up. The Film Producers Council, which has been going through some lot of problems, legal problems, and not being able to handle it, and going to the court, and a lot of fighting and charges of corruption, has finally now decided through a court this thing that they will have an election somewhere in September, or probably end of this month. Now these people are rattled. They say that this split is going to do them more harm than good. Why so? Why should 1,260 member body get frightened with a 40 member association that is just going to be formed? So something doesn't sound right. The council has got all the rights to register the titles. It is the only body that has been recognized by the Film Federation to negotiate on wages, and they have all the powers. They have their own office and money, balance, everything. It has got a reputation of 30 to 40 years. So I don't know why they are worried about this upcoming body. Now this upcoming body says that there is a similar faction or a body like this working in Telugu and Hindi. So I inquired with my friends in Hyderabad, and they said that the first thing that this so-called active producers body in Hyderabad did was to bring curbs on the media. They decided that the publicity amount that each producer spends will be decided by them, and they will decide which channel to give and which channel not to give, and which media they should choose to promote their films, and which not to give any material and ignore them. So this is obviously done at the cost of cutting promotional bills of money spent for promotion. So I think that will be now enforced in Tamil Nadu, because another thing is that Mr. T. Shiva, who is the proposed secretary of this new body, while he is now doing his own ad hoc body appointed by the court or the register person, he has had some grouse with a channel called News 18, I think. I'm not too sure, but because those people had been carrying some news that is been detrimental to this ad hoc body functioning and things like that. So I recently saw some video where T. Shiva is asking that anybody from the channel who is present at the press meeting should be immediately walk out. The cameraman and the reporter, they are not invited. So such further steps can be seen coming forth. Then next after that, I think you see the lineup of people, producers who are there. All of them are people who are holding dates of all big stars. they all have dates of big stars. So, which means it's in a way a backdoor entry of star domination in the field of production. So, I was told that in Andhra it is such that only those media that are supportive of certain stars or patronized by stars are there in the list of the active producers association list. So here too I think we can expect something of that sort. And also there is a grouse that release dates are a problem because there is too much of bunching of releases, and there has been a grouse that people are that small movies are not getting dates and things like that, and big movies are getting dates, and so something like that. So now they were had to follow that producers council system, going by who got the censor certificate first. But now these people, I don't think, will have to follow it, this new body. They will have to just talk directly to the exhibitors. And naturally the exhibitors would want to have star movies first in their theatres, and small time movies will probably find some midnight slot or early morning slot. So that solves their problem with the exhibitors, and also they can also talk terms with the exhibitors. Exhibitors also seem to be in a quite kind of what you say bossy mode, because they know that the Tamil Film Producers Council is headless. They don't have any one body to talk to, and whatever is now running is an ad hoc body. It doesn't. It is just an advisory body. It doesn't have the power to take any decisions. So they have been exhibitors. Lobby has been ruling the roost, and they have been trying to cut corners. And it has been literally quite a bad time for producers. And on top of that, we had a lot of people cashing in that. We had some people called media trackers, industry trackers, and so many things like that. Who have opened up Twitter handles, and who are just going around, taking money from these producers, that giving out figures like on the first day this movie collected 200 crores on the first day all over the world. All over the world, how did they get these figures? I don't think even the producers would have got it. But anyway, this kind of boosting, and then followed by success rate, and a lot of nonsense was going on. Overinflated figures, box office figures. And theaters that are supposed to be computerized, they say that they are computerized, so they can give the collection, daily collection, but nothing has been come through. Now they say some have been computerized, some have not been computerized. Then a lot of talk about having a central server and all the theaters getting, but all that, nothing happened. So I think all that will be set right by this new body. So in short, it will be a kind of a thing that all the top heroes of the Tamil filmdom and the producers who are putting their money on them will now call the shots. And it's a matter of time that the film federation, that is the FEFSI, talks to these people and come to a via agreement. And because these are the people who are feeding them, not that 1,600 people who are not making movies. So these people will have to talk to them, and the whole thing will turn upside down. So everything will be decided by them, and it will all lead to one big lobby, and fight becomes even tougher for small time producers. And I think small time producers, for them now the only option is to go towards OTT platforms and show their movies and hope that the public likes the content, and they get some good views and some good money. Beyond that, I don't think anything much can go. everything they say will be organized hereafter. I don't think it will be organized in a way that we think about, but I think it will be organized in a way that it suits many of the big guns who are behind this move. So it is going to be a unitist body, and this elitist body also has got an argument that look, people who are not making movies for several ages are voting and voting out people who are making movies. And this new body has brought in something like if a guy hasn't produced a movie the last 2 years, he can't become a member. That is a good sign. He becomes a ordinary member. Then if he makes a movie, he gets elevated. So that kind of things, some kind of accountability is brought in. Hope it leads to some kind of semblance of functioning, because now we have some absurd dramas going on, like somebody locking doors of the office and throwing away the keys. And on one side you have the actor's body, Nadigar Sangh, and that is caught in another mess. So I think all this, will at one point come together at this new body, and I think they will sort out the whole problem and bring some sort of normalcy to this Kodambakkam. Let's see if I can offer something better next time.